John Wilshere will get this second half underway as the Dragons and Salford both claim that third Super League win in a row. Looking for that. Salford took the lead in that first half, but Catalan ahead 14-6 at the break. The two tries from Dimitri Pello, either side of that controversial four-pointer from Remy Casti. Catalan with first use of the football in this second half.
And again starting really strong. Big charges by the forwards. Oliver Elmer getting over the 40. But you feel in this second half, both teams have got to control the ball. They've got to be very disciplined. They can't be giving cheap field position away, because towards the end of the game, that's the thing that's really going to hurt them after this tough schedule.
3 games in 8 days, as we keep saying. The ball bounced initially well for Duport, and then Vincent Duport knocked on. And so Salford City Reds now have a chance to attack from inside the Catalan Dragons half.
Again, Catalan trying to play with that bit of width, expansive rugby league, giving Salford a bit of field position that they need. They're attacking in Catalan's half now. Let's see what they can do. Feels like an eternity since they've been down here. They've been defending in their own half and defending their line, more to the point.
This is Jordan Turner, gets Salford going forward again. Tackle comes in from Ellimer. Myler has Adamson for company. Trapped by Jean-Philippe Bale. Now it's Robbie Paul, busy from acting halfback. Finds Lee Jewett. Now it's Luluai. Take a backward step, Philip Luluai. Direct run gets Salford to within 10 metres of that Catalan line. That was Jeremy Smith and Ian Sibbett. Pulled down well there by Steve Bell. That was an important tackle. Kick from Jeremy Smith was looking for the post, I think, but Greenshield still with work to do, and the fullback gets into the field of play.
Good
Warmly
play
appreciated by the crowd.
Good play by Greenshield to get down. Bravery getting out. Had to dive down to make sure he wasn't pushed back over the line. This is where you stick your hand up and you're tough. This is where you find out who's the tough guy in your team. You know you're going to get a good hiding, but you put your hand up and you get that ball and you try and get it out and play the ball as quick as you can for your teammate who's going to follow you next.
That's Jean-Philippe Bale. 5 tackles gone, and Catalan only made 28 metres or so progress as Bosk is tackled as he gets that kick away. It's a great kick under huge pressure, and Darryl Goulding to return it for Salford City Reds, the former Wigan Warrior, of course.
That was a big, monstrous kick, that. Down to Darryl Goulding again, been tested. Stephen Ratchford comes off the other wing, trying to add that bit of speed.
Already trying to preserve the energy for the forwards on a very hot evening in Perpignan. Robbie Paul assessing the options. This is Luluai now. Paul again moves in. This time finds Myler. Myler for Wilshere, and then Littler. Good tackle from Steve Bell. He's solid from Pello, I should say.
Richard Myler done really well. It was a poor pass from dummy half, but to readjust, focus on where he was going to kick that ball, and a good chase again by the Salford defenders, pushing the Catalan players back.
It's a great Salford chase, that, and Luke Swain leading it, and Swain doubles up with another tackle here alongside Robbie Paul. Steve Bell now for Catalan Dragons. That was Maguire, and Ferriol spilled the ball. Lack of concentration there from the substitute David Ferriol, former Limu man.
Had a little look up and seen what the Salford players, who was getting off the line, who was shouting at him, who was trying to intimidate him. Kevin Walters talking to Rodney Howe, the former Melbourne player, sending on the messages. He's obviously seen something that he's not happy with, or he wants his team to pick up on.
Well, he won't be particularly happy with that contribution from David Ferriol that's given Salford this possession. It was Wilshere who played the ball. This is Myler. Dancing feet, still not grounded. Had an opportunity to offload there as well, Richie Myler.
But you know what, man, that was a good play by Richie Myler. He knew that if he would have passed that ball to Adamson, Gregory Muniz was going to put
Great work from Robbie Paul. Paul scampers away in some good field position now for Salford. Myler, now for Jeremy Smith. Eludes the tackle there of Greg Bird, comes back to the right-hand side. Now it's Adamson. Three of them put him to the ground. Last one coming up for Salford City Reds, and Robbie Paul in possession. There's the ball back for Myler again. It's a raking high kick. Taken by Turner, he's done brilliantly to offload as well. Jeremy Smith just pokes one in, and Bird has work to do, and Greg Bird does brilliantly there.
What about
Steps
the
away
skill?
from the touchline, he's still going, Greg Bird, from a position where he looked in grave danger of going into touch. That was real quality from the former Cronulla man, Greg Bird.
The vision from Greg Bird, he knew that he was going to be under all kinds of pressure. He was cool, he was calculated. He turned hot on his heels and raced down that touchline. He relieved the pressure for his Catalan teammates.
Now they have a chance to put the pressure on Salford. Still deep in their own half though. Ferriol, who made that mistake a moment ago, plays the ball. And now it's Remy Casti who is tackled. And that's relieved all the pressure on Catalan Dragons.
Look at this, being cool and calculated. He gets the ball, he's right on the touchline, he knows he has to come in field. Decent footwork, goes to ground for that next play.
Bentley, inside for Greg Bird again. Thoughts about the run around. Trapped by Luke Swain. That's Casti with the latest run for the Dragons. Bosk, oh, great pass from Green Shields for Jean-Philippe Bale. Now it's Pello, faced by Goulding. They're going to drag him over here. The ball, well, did he get that ball away before he's put into touch? It doesn't matter because it's a Catalan Dragons penalty.
Again, movement from this Catalan players. What a ball from Clint Greenshields. Again, Jean-Philippe Bale passed that ball out. Pello tried to come up with a little goose step. Referee had called held, and that's why he's given the penalty, because the Salford players have dragged him into touch. Again, putting all kinds of pressure on themselves. And again, Catalan attacking 5 metres from the line.
Ferriol gets his side to within 3 metres now of that Salford City Reds line. Bosk for Greg Bird. The real danger man now in this Catalan Dragons side. Wrestles the tacklers away, and Bentley quickly in. This is Steve Bell, Guisset I should say. Guisset for Bentley, look how close they are. That's Greg Bird, short ball, another short ball, finds Jean-Philippe Bale, and Jean-Philippe Bale powers through Adamson's tackle to score for Catalan Dragons, does he?
Stapleton not happy with something there. All the players come rushing in.
I think there was a second effort from Stapleton.
Oh, it's good when you can sit here and watch it and not be in the middle of that. There's no nonsense from these front rowers. Stapleton, Cashmere, Luluai against Riles, Guisset, Ferriol.
Is this former Salford prop saying he doesn't want to be in there?
That is one thing I do not miss about the game. Stapleton not happy.
Ben Thaler sensibly calming the situation down.
Do you know what? He can calm it down for now, but whoever gets the ball the next set of 6 from the Catalan players, you'll see a big improvement in defence from the Salford side.
Both captains are going to be called out here. Greg Bird and Robbie Paul.
I know. Listen, I've got that control, right? You've got a couple of men, but Ray, I don't need you coming in and grabbing all of him. All right? When...
Cashmere, he puts a lot of needle into the game, doesn't he?
Ray Cashmere spoken to.
The tries were, but so many options. This must be the offload corner. Salford scored a fantastic try in the first half in that same spot. But just movement of players, options around the ball. Bale with a real big effort to get over Stapleton and score that try. Stapleton didn't like it, but they've got to concentrate now if they want to get back into this game.
Jean-Philippe Bale then, for his 4th try of the season, puts Catalan 18-6 up. Kick now for Thomas Bosk from 10 metres in from touch on that far side. And this would give Salford a real mountain to climb if Bosk was to put this one over. He's so close, Thomas Bosk. But Salford still within 2 converted tries. Catalan ahead by 18 points to 6. Approaching the last quarter of this match, but plenty of time for Salford to get back into it. Catalan Dragons, though, in possession. This is Bentley. Goes himself this time, Kane Bentley. Trapped by Alka. Jeremy Smith in there as well for Salford. Now it's Guisset, looking to go over the halfway line for the Dragons. Bentley. Now Thomas Bosk. Delayed pass from Bosk. He's taken out off the ball as well. After that ball had gone, Dimitri Pello though for Jean-Philippe Bale. It's 2 for Jean-Philippe Bale. And is that the try that gives the 2 points for the Dragons? Well, not yet, because the referee has not awarded a 4-pointer. Electric pace from Pello. Bale on the inside. 2nd try of the match. 5th try of the season. If the video referee Warren Turley is happy.
Just checking to make sure there's no obstruction. There was Cyril Gossard who's gone through. That's what he's checking for, to see if he obstructed the Salford player. Here you see him. He goes through. It's Richie Myler that he's run into. You've seen these not given. I always say when these are, it's up to the defender to choose who he's going to. If the runner has gone through, like Cyril Gossard does, he's done his job, he's attracted the defender, which was Richie Myler. Richie Myler's put his hands on him, they were outnumbered.
If that's the case, should that not be a penalty to them?
You can see Richie Myler got interested from big Cyril Gossard.
Right, it on to the obstruction. Right, if it is obstruction, is it a penalty for taking out late off the ball? Yeah, he's taking him out. Right,
See Ray Cashmere taking Thomas Bosk out really late. If this isn't a try, that could be a penalty.
So they're going back for the offence before this one.
Warren Turley's got 2 things to look at.
Right, all right.
The try's been given to Jean-Philippe Bale. He has his 2nd of the match, his 5th of the season. Try here against Bradford, also on the road against Warrington and Wakefield. And after just 1 in 2008, the replacement for Adam Mark, Jean-Philippe Bale, has 5 now for Super League 14. Change of kicker as well. Greg Bird. Thomas Bosk maybe still injured, and so Greg Bird steps up for his first attempt. Ball just falls off the kicking tee. Thomas Bosk able to walk out of the field of play into the dugout. That'll be a loss for the Dragons in this last quarter of the match. Greg Bird recomposes himself. Slots the ball between the uprights. And Catalan Dragons take a real stranglehold on this game. They're ahead by 24 points to 6. This is Bell. Now it's Duport. Bell again over halfway. Scampering run. Assesses the options. Catalan happy to play one-out rugby at the moment. Just get themselves into the field position to allow the flair players to do their job. Ellimer put down by 3 in the end. Parker upstairs. Now Bentley for Guisset on his shoulder. Guisset spinning out of 1. Jerome Guisset rampaging towards the line. There's 2 there. They're not going to stop him. Jerome Guisset over for the Dragons. The try is awarded. And Jerome Guisset, who got 2 tries at Harlequins last Thursday to open his account for 2009, has surely given Catalan Dragons 2 more points in the south of France against Salford City Reds.
Craig Stapleton's gone for the shoulder charge, but big robust prop forward Jerome Guise pins his ears back. I'm sure you can see this, it's 30 metres out by the time Jerome finishes tonight. This is going to be a 90-yarder. He has the strength to go through two players. Johnny Wiltshire on that occasion couldn't bring him to ground. There's only one winner here. He bumps off Stapleton, he spins out of it, pins his ears back. Look at that, cool as a cucumber. And as Jerome will be saying, a 90-metre effort.
What he likes. I'm sure Kevin Walters has enjoyed his first clash with the Salford City Reds. Jerome Guise likes to face them. He touched down in Warrington's win against Salford back in 2000, and the only try of 2007 came against the Reds in that 66-6 win. The kick, ruefully watched by Thomas Bosker, would surely be kicking that were he out there. It's pulled wide by Greg Bird. That won't matter too much because it's Catalan Dragons who find themselves 28 points to 6 up now.
I've said all day about support plays. You've got to make sure that your teammate gets a one-on-one with a defender. And that's what Jerome did. He's got the ball, he's run straight at Stapleton, he's spun around. I can't believe it. He's been brought off. Kevin Walters, what are you doing? The man is on fire.
I think he needed a rest after that 90-metre effort. This is David Ferriol again, faced by Adamson. Clock ticks on to towards the last 10 minutes. 28-6, Catalan Dragons in front. It's a long time since Salford got the first try of this match through Stefan Ratchford.
And it's a long time since they've actually held the ball in Catalan's half. They've been under all pressure this second half. They've not controlled the ball. They've given penalties away. And this is what wins you games. The kick chase, the little things in the game.
Great chase from Dane Carlo. More good work from him. Traps John Wiltshire. Now it's Ratchford. And he used the step, clawed down by Greg Bird. This is solid defence from Catalan Dragons.
It's just a solid line of defenders. The white shirts are moving up all as one unit. The Salford players, it's took the 4 tackles to get behind the player. Malcolm Alker trying for the 40-20.
Always thinking Malcolm Alker. Just didn't come off on that occasion. Green shields. Safety first for the Dragons. This is Jean-Philippe Bale on a hat-trick, of course.
Ian Civic trying to get the penalty, but instead of trying to get the penalty, try and get the defender down, try and get the attacker, should I say, down on the ground. Don't try and milk a penalty, do all the honest things first.
Tricky run from Dimitri Pello. It was Ferriol who played the ball 5 metres into that Salford half. Steve Bell had Dupont on his outside. 5th tackle coming up for Catalan Dragons. The kick from Greg Bird is a high one. Spilled by Wiltshire for the first time today. It's bouncing anywhere. Ellimer has it. Two of the most outstanding players on show there. Wiltshire and Ellimer. It's Wilshire's mistake that puts some pressure on his side though. And Bale working to the left-hand side for Cyril Gossard.
First mistake all game Johnny Wiltshire's come up with. In fact, in the last 3 games, he's been exceptional form, this Papua New Guinean fullback.
This is Remy Casti. Looking to double his tally there. Alka does well, but Bentley is there, and Bentley, low centre of gravity, lots of pace, and Kane Bentley gets his first try of 2009 for the Catalan Dragons. It's only his second for the club. The first came at Hull KR back in 2007, and Kane Bentley, the icing on the cake for Kevin Walters and the Dragons.
When you defend your line, you've got to make sure you go low, you've got to push up, because Kane Bentley, his body angle was absolutely spot on there. He was big, he was strong, he kept on pumping those legs to get over that line. That's it for the Salford side. Defence is all about attitude, and Catalan's attitude this second half has been absolutely exceptional.
Greg Bird was the man pinpointed by Reds coach Sean McRae before this game. Kevin Walters
Is he
looks
watching
on.
the same game? He doesn't look happy.
A difficult man to please, Kevin Walters. He knows the standards that Catalan Dragons have set themselves as Greg Bird converts that try from Kane Bentley. Of course, came third in Super League last year. Beat Warrington in the playoffs as well, so he knows that they want to get into the top 8 at the very minimum and get some form, and it hasn't been the best start for Catalan Dragons. And Kevin Walters knows that aside from the wins, he wants the very best performances from the Dragons as well.
There you go, Jerome Guisset telling Kevin Walters all about his 90-metre effort, and then why was he substituted? 34 points to 6 now. David Ferriol bringing this ball back strong.
Move! No way. Play on.
Well, it was 66-6 back in 2007, but the pain will be no less, I'm sure, for Salford City Reds.
Ready, Rob.
Sean McRae's first clash against the Catalan Dragons. It won't be a happy one for him. 6 minutes to go.
Keep going, Stewie. Well done. Go.
Dimitri Pello finds Greg Bird.
Not in.
Raking kick from Bird. More defence for Jean Wilshire.
Again, just chewing up them yards.
Move.
Playing down in Salford's territory.
Go.
And the retreat's really hard for Salford's big guys. They're asked to defend, then they're asked to return, retreat behind the ball, bring it forward. Catalan have done a real good job on them this afternoon.
This is Wilshire. Now it's Luluai. Is there a consolation try perhaps for Salford?
That goes to show Luluai was bumping, he was spinning, he was pumping his legs in that first half when he was on, but too much defending. You can't bring that ball back.
Movement!
Rob Parker for Robbie Paul. Not the best pass. Looked like Salford had got away with it for a moment, but belatedly Ben Thaler picks up on the knock-on, and so Salford have more defending to do. Catalan have a great platform from which to extend this lead.
A tired effort. Put his hands out. It was a really sloppy play by Adamson. Caught flat-footed, wasn't pushing up, wasn't putting himself in that position to catch that ball. The real urgency from the Salford players was not present in that set of 6. Catalan fans going really wild. 3 good wins for Catalan over this Easter period.
And another penalty for the Dragons. No interest in 2 points. Greg Bird punts the ball into touch. Want to finish with a flourish here, the Dragons, and Ellimer look to get on the scoreboard. He's done everything else tonight. Ellimer plays it for Bentley, who has got on the score sheet. Greg Bird, Clint Greenshields, Steve Bell. Steve Bell going over, Bell gets in. Steve Bell with his second try of the season. It's cruel on Salford City Reds, but Kevin Walters will surely be pleased that Catalan Dragons have kept their foot on the gas. Congratulations all round. And Steve Bell punishes a tired Salford defence.
Foot on the gas, they've been in top gear this second half. That's the amount of players. Look at that for the skill. Steve Bell puts the ball in his right hand, holds it with the grip, just in case he had to offload the ball to Vincent Duport. It's about taking the ball to the line, having options. Who's going to push up? On that occasion, it's Steve Bell. And gets the try for the Catalan Dragons. Oh, and nearly a smile.
I think he's smiling. Real pedigree player, Steve Bell. Twice the grand final winner with Manly. Second try of the season for the Queenslander. And a chance now for Greg Bird with that angle to bring up the 40 points for the Dragons. Punches the ball really rather than curls it, and so the kick is unsuccessful. He doesn't seem too disappointed about that.
Here we go, options, options, movement, movement. Green shields to the line. Bell transfers it into his right hand. Has the skill and the strength to get over in the corner. Well, let's give credit to both of these sides. They really have had a dig this afternoon. They've stuck in, they've been strong. On this occasion, it's the Catalan team that's come out on top.
And it's Catalan who find themselves within striking distance of that all-important top 8 after that difficult start for them. They've lost 5 on the bounce before the Easter period, and now 3 in a row in Super League.
Well done. Well done, mate.
Pello.
3.
Solid
Keep going, lads.
one-man rugby again from the Dragons. As he ruled incorrect play of the ball. Ruled a knock on, so Salford may have a chance. Some consolation in the very late stage of this match.
Here we go.
They've got the plays, they've got the skill factor. Adamson picks it up, goes blind.
Good run from Luke Adamson. Some position here for the Reds. This is Robbie Paul, now it's Luluai. Offloads for Alka. That's Jewett. Salford 18 metres or so away. This is Philip Luluai again. Offloads as he's falling for Alka. Now it's Jeremy Smith, and Smith picks out the run of Jordan Turner, who produced that pass for Ratchford for Salford's only try. There is the Salford winger. Robbie Paul, short ball for Parker. Robbie Paul again, thinks a grubber kick in. Good defence from Catalan. It was Casey Maguire and Dimitri Pello, one of them just shuttle that ball dead, and Olivier Elmer just appreciates that defensive contribution.
The big sell, the big dummy by Robbie Paul as he gets out. There's the hooter.
There is the hooter. Catalan Dragons have their 3rd successive win. They've beaten the Salford City Reds in Perpignan by 38 points to 6.
Great win in Perpignan for the Catalan Dragons, 38 points to 6. The Dragons now have won 4 in a row, 3 in a row in Super League, and they're making ground on the teams above them in the top 8. At the end of this Saturday programme, this is the way the table looks. Saints and Leeds, a familiar appearance at the top of the table. Huddersfield have dropped down to 3rd. Wakefield are 4th. Castleford, Hulkington Rovers, Harlequins and Hull FC make up the top 8. But look at the way the Catalan Dragons are closing in. They're now just 2 points off the pace, 8 points from their 10 games so far. Wigan down to 10th and Warrington up to 11th this weekend. Bradford Bulls have replaced them above the Celtic Crusaders, who are holding up the rest. What's to come on Sky Sport?